It's okay.
Past perfect. Good. And future perfect. All right, cool. Now, so hey, listen. Anything I write on the board, it's possible you might see it on an exam. Okay? So I gave you the sheet right here, so you can write any information that I put up here with the verb tenses on the sheet. Okay? Primarily, do you guys know what a timeline looks like? So for the present tense, what would it look like? Yeah. So, listen, we use the present tense, the simple present, to just state a fact or a statement, right? So, for example, birds fly, right? So, birds fly, it's just a statement. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, whoever's calling you right now, hey, whoever's calling you, you tell them never to call you again during my class. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
All right. So listen, it's just a statement of truth. It doesn't mean it doesn't talk about time. Birds fly. They flew in the past. They fly now, and they're going to fly in the future. All right. That's why it's a timeline with a bunch of X's all over it. Okay. It's just truth. Anytime. You see what I'm saying? All right. Past tense. Well, what does that look like? Yep. It's one event, it started and it stopped in the past. Yeah. So? Yeah. The bird flew. That's it. The bird flew. And all we know from that is it in the past. It flew somewhere. All right? The bird flew over the house yesterday. Okay. How about... Hey, by the way, if it were me, I would be writing these timelines on the sheet. Do you guys see the sheet? So simple present, it should look like this. Past, it should look like this. Okay? There's already some sentences on here. But listen, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to, on a test, I'm going to have pictures of these timelines, and I'm going to ask you, what tense does this represent? Okay, and you're going to need, so if you see this, you're going to need to say past tense. And then I'm going to give you a verb. It could be an irregular verb or just, it could be any verb. And I'm going to tell you to write a sentence using the tense and put it in a sentence correctly. Okay? So make sure that you understand this because it's important. You're going to see it later. Okay? The future. What does the future look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an X over here, right? By the way, this represents right now. But this is an event in the future. So how would I say that? The bird... Oops.
Will fly.
Yeah, the bird will...
Fly.
Good. Hey, here's a rule. I want you to remember this. Any verb following a modal. You know what a modal is? Will, would, can, could, should, may, might, shall. All of those are called modals. Okay? The verb following a modal, and it happens because will is a modal. Okay? Any form of the modals. It could be a will or a would. It's always in the base form. Base form. The verb's in the base form. Do you know what base form is?
Yep. Yeah.
It's the zero infinitive form. So anything that you can put a to on, to fly. Get rid of the to, fly. That's the base form. It makes it easy. Okay? So always remember in the future with will, it's followed by the base form of the verb. Okay? Is everybody really okay?
Yeah.
Hey, if you're okay, give me a thumbs up. If you're kind of like, you okay? Do you understand? So what if I say walk? What do I use? Will
Walk.
will walk. What if I say run? Will run. What if I gave you like a past tense verb and I said, or past tense, what if I say sat? Will
I will be sad. Sit. Sit.
Sit. Will sit. Just think to sit. See, we don't say to sat. We say to sit. So you use will sit.
I thought it's sad. Sad.
Yeah, it's irregular. I was kind of mean of me.
Yeah.
Be careful. Are you okay? You
Yeah,
understand now? So in the future, it's will plus the base form of whatever verb I give you. Be careful with irregulars, okay? Because the irregulars, they're weird. Normally, it's just the base form, but irregulars are weird. So you got to work on the irregulars, okay? All right. Hey, we're going to be focusing in this class a lot on the perfect, okay? So present perfect, what does it look like? Anybody know?
Yes.
What does it look like?
It's not.
Okay. The only thing I would add is another X. So listen. You have one event in the past. And it happens up until right now. Whatever the conversation is right now. So notice on the piece of paper that I gave you, all right, look at the present perfect. So it's right here. I have played tennis in several different countries. Present perfect, you got to have, listen, for all of these, you have to use a form of has plus past participle. You with me?
Yep.
So you always use a form of has plus the past participle to form the perfect tense. And here's the other thing. It always involves an X1 and an X2. There's always two things happening. One happening before the other. Are you with me, Mohammed? You okay? Okay. So, in the present perfect, the X1 is in the past. Okay? And it's happening before right now, this conversation. So usually it's like we're talking, right? And I tell you something that happened in the past before this conversation. So in the example, it says, I played tennis in several countries. So that means right now, up till right now, I played tennis in several different places. You see that? So it actually looks more like this. This is tennis, right? He's playing tennis. He played in China. He played in Korea. He played in several countries. He played, it started, it stopped. He went to another country, it started, it stopped. He went to another country, it started, it stopped. So they start and they stop. So it can be repeated, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, up till right now today, our conversation. You see that?
Teacher,
Yes.
is a specific time and a specific place? No.
Not necessarily. I don't know. All I said in this particular sentence, I have played tennis in several different countries. Listen, it's not specific.
Yeah.
It just means at some point in the past, I was in several different places and I played tennis several different times. It's not specific about time. It's not even specific about place. But when the American hears you say that, he just knows there are things that happened in the past before right now. That's all we know based on that sentence. Okay? Now you can add certain words to define the time. And we'll look at that later. Okay? In the book, we'll talk about that. Okay. Now, past perfect. Who knows what a past perfect looks like? Can anyone guess? Here, come on up here. Put it up there for me. Yeah, nice. Good. That's right. So we have X1. Notice they're both in the past. X1 happens before X2. Both events are in the past. Okay, so look at the little chart. It says past perfect. I had played tennis a little before I what? Moved. What tense is that? In the past. Yeah. I had played tennis, past perfect, a little, and then they actually create a complex sentence. They put another phrase. Both of them.
Yeah.
Yep. So he played tennis in the past. Before, so here's the playing tennis in the past. Before what happened? Before
I moved.
Good. Before I moved to the United States. So, but it doesn't tell us when exactly. We just know it was in the past. Okay? You with me?
Yep.
And notice up here, you use has or have. And it all depends on the pronoun. So if my subject is I, what do I use? I have. She has. He it good. So he, she, and it has. Everything else? Have. You okay?
Yeah.
Everybody okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Now, this is easy because I always use
Had.
plus past participle. I, they, she, good. It's all had. Alright, now future.
Will have.
Good. And it looks like
Something in the past.
yeah. Both are in the future. That's it. Now we're gonna see actually with the future perfect. Sometimes you can use the future perfect to refer to something that started in the past that you don't know when it started, and it continues into the future. So that's possible. And we'll look in the book at specific examples. Okay? Now, and that's right, it uses, you got to use will plus, remember the rule, base form. What's the base form of to? So it follows the rule. You use have plus, and this is another rule. Any verb following the helping verb or auxiliary verb have or has is always what?
Noun.
Is always
Past
participle. It happens up here. Has the bird has, what's the past participle? Flown, good. Okay? And then for the past perfect, the bird, past perfect, good. Had flown. And then for the future, yeah. The bird will
have.
What's the base form of have? It's have. Will have. And what's the past participle of the verb? Flown. Yeah, it's the same. Can I just say this? This tense is rare in English. Yeah.
Why don't say has in the future?
Because remember the rule? Any verb, it doesn't matter if it's have or has, any verb, following a modal, or will as a modal, is in the base form. We say to have. Get rid of the to. Have is the base form. Do you see that? Has is not the base form. It's not the zero infinitive form. Be careful. We never say to has. So remember, you always use the zero infinitive. All the zero infinitive is, it's just to plus the verb. And we do it because it makes it easy to find the base form. So to have, get rid of this. That's why you say zero infinitive. Get rid of the infinitive. Have. This is the zero infinitive form. Always follow a modal. Okay? Follow modals. Modals are, they're called modals, and they're a weird kind of verb. So we have will, would. We have shall.
Could.
Good. Yep, we have can. Could. What else?
Would.
Yeah, it's up here. Would, will, would. We have may.
Might.
Might. Those are the biggies. Those are the big ones. Okay? So listen, any verb following any of these, they're in the zero infinitive form. And it just happens that we use will, which is a modal over there in the future format.
But I mean, teacher, the verb, it, right?
A bird is an it. Correct, but it doesn't matter. This rule is more powerful than the pronoun. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whenever you're using future with the modal will, that whole rule up here with has and have, it doesn't work anymore. That only happens up here in the present perfect. Okay? So just remember down here in the future perfect, this rule takes over. That's a powerful rule. And that's why it's so great. There's very few things in a language. There's no exceptions. It's just the way it is. Okay? Alright, everybody okay? Now! Everybody says it. I heard someone say there's 9 verb tenses. And that, that's interesting. And some people think, the progressive?
Yep.
Progressive, it's actually not a verb tense. It's just putting the verb in motion. Yeah? Do you guys like to dance?
Yeah, Turkey.
Turkey, you like to dance?
Yeah.
Does anybody in here dance? Anybody? Yeah? Anybody? You do? Come here, man. Come on. All right, come over. So, what kind of dance do you do? You do the simple, you do a little disco?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, I need, come up here a minute. I need you to help me out. Come on up. Yeah, I just need you. Come here. Stand together. It's okay. We're not going to do anything crazy, too crazy. Come on up here. Come on up here. Come on up here. Come on up here. Mohammed. Oh, you're my camera guy. We'll spare you. Octavio, come on up here. Yeah, all right, come on up here. I need 6 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more, actually, because you're my dancer. You're my dancer. Come on over here. All right, all right. All right, now, come on up here. Come on up here. All right. We're going to take a normal verb. All right? These guys represent the verb tenses. All right, you with me?
Yeah.
So listen, he's the dancer. He is the progressive. So anytime he gets close to you, he turns you into a dancer. So, the word is dance. All right?
Okay.
So, let's just go in order. You're going to be number 1. All right, so what? Just use the pronoun I. I dance. That's it. I dance. You're going to be the past.
I dance it.
So I
Dance.
danced. It's just the ED, right? I danced. So that's up there. Now, you're going to be the future. I will dance. Future. Ooh, be careful. You're going to be the present perfect. I have danced. You're going to be the past perfect.
I had danced.
I had danced. You're going to be the future perfect. I will have danced. Now, so, what are you? I dance. I dance. I will dance. I have danced. I had danced.
I will have danced.
I will have danced. Now, he is the progressive form. Okay, so he's going to turn these guys into dancers. So, how do I turn all of these into dancers? Can somebody come over here? Listen, we can only activate these two guys. They have to dance together only if somebody can tell us how to turn the simple present into the active mode, the progressive mode.
I am dancing.
No, I am.
I am dancing.
What is it?
I am dancing.
I
The present.
am dancing. Dance for us. I am dancing. Mohammed, please. He got it right. Okay. Yeah. I am dancing. Very good. All right. I am dancing. So listen. The progressive, right? All you do, what do I need? I need two things. I need the be verb. I need the be verb plus the verb ing. That's what I need. All right, now, come on over here. Can somebody tell me how to make the past progressive? How do you do it?
He was dancing.
Hey, listen, you should always be dancing. He was moving around it, but we got to get him to dance. So we need a little music. You like Latino music? All right. Now come over here, and somebody tell me out here. Well, how do I make this guy dance? Who is he, by the way? What are you? I will dance. Help me out. How do I make him dance?
I will be dancing.
I will be dancing. You got a nice move? You don't dance at all? You dance well? He's a cool guy. All right, come over here. Come. Guys, this gets a little more complicated. Can somebody help me here? Can somebody?
I've been dancing.
I have been dancing. What kind of dance do you do? All right, come on over here. Now, what about this guy? He is the past perfect. Okay, right here. He or I.
have been dancing.
Say it one more time.
I
Had
been
been.
dancing.
You got a nice dance? What's your dance? Oh wow! He's gonna spin you. He does what? Ballroom dancing. Can we see that again? Can you do that one more time? Can you spin? Do you spin? No. All right. Come over here. Can somebody make what? By the way, what tense are you?
I will have been
Dancing.
Ooh, nice. I will have been dancing. Do you do a dance? Do you have a dance?
Yeah.
What's your dance? Show us something from South America.
So the practical is salsa.
The salsa! So show us one move. What do we need to know? Now, you normally are holding a girdle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
All right, you guys can sit down. You can sit down. All right, you guys with me? You okay? Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to point and give you a verb, and I want you to give a sentence, okay? You ready? All right, Mohammed, give me number 4, progressive, and use walk.
What was the word?
Walk. And I want it progressive. I
have been walking.
Good. Good. I have been walking. All right. Islam, give me a future perfect. Go.
I will have been walking.
Ooh, be careful.
I will have been going.
Future perfect.
Future perfect. I will have walking.
Go.
I will have been going.
Be careful. Future perfect.
What's the word? Walking.
Go.
Go. Future perfect.
Yeah.
I will have been gone.
Good.
Yeah.
I will have gone. Are you ready?
Yeah.
No,
Alright.
teacher.
Give me what?
You say the progressive.
Did I say progressive? I meant to say future perfect.
Uh-huh.
Give it to us one more. Go. Future perfect.
I will have gone.
Gone. Make it progressive.
I will have be going.
Good. I will have been going. All right. Give me past perfect fly.
Past perfect.
Past perfect.
I had fried. From.
Good. I had flown. Make it progressive.
I had been flying.
Good. I had been flying. Ooh, nice. All right. Future. Give me future for jump.
Jump. Yeah. I will jump.
Give me progressive.
Future.
Future progressive.
Future progressive. I will flying.
We need a be verb. I will.
I will be flying.
Jump.
Jumping.
Good. Say it one more time. Future progressive. I.
will be jumping.
You got it. All right. Past tense. Yeah, give me past tense for laugh.
Laugh?
Yeah.
I was laughing.
Good. Well, just simple past.
I was laughing.
I laughed.
I laughed.
I laughed.
I laughed. Make it progressive.
I had laughed.
Progressive. I need the be verb.
I had been laughing.
Nope. You're down here on past perfect. Simple past.
Simple past. I was laughing.
Good. I was laughing. Everybody okay? You hanging with me? Mohammed in the back. Let me have, go present. Use the word run.
I'm running. I'm running.
Just simple present.
I run.
I run. Make it progressive.
I am running.
Good. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Could you do that on a test?
Yep.
If I just gave you a picture and said, what tense does this represent? You could tell me the tense, right? And then I might put the word, a verb in parentheses, and you have to write a sentence, any sentence, using that verb tense. Okay? All right, cool. Now, let's jump back to the book. That's an overview of the verb tenses, okay? And we're going to hit all of them. Well, we're actually going to focus on the perfects and a few of the simple
Teacher, I
tenses.
have a question.
Yeah.
What about the time? When can I use that grammar or another grammar? How can I know the difference?
The time frames?
The time.
That's what these are for. These are to remind you of when to use the tense. So let me ask you a question. If it's a completed action in the past, if it's a completed action in the past, what tense do I use? Simple past. If it's one action in the future, yeah, your future. If it's just a fact or a truth,
Present.
yeah, just a simple present. If an action occurs in the past before a second action right now, what do I use? An action occurred in the past before right now, a second thing. Present perfect. An action occurred in the past before another action in the past.
Past perfect.
Past perfect. If an action occurred in the future before a second action in the future, future perfect. That's how you know. Okay? So you got to, and remember, these happen in conversations. So it's easier to do this, and in the exercises they usually give you a conversation, and you need to think about, first of all, is it one action or two actions? And then where is it occurring? And what I do, if it was me learning English, as I'm reading the conversation, I would make a timeline. And you're going to see one of these timelines appear as you're reading. Think about it logically, and where do the X's go? And that's going to lead you to the right verb tense. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Teacher, but on the people, so they just talk with future, simple future.
So listen, what's true is this future perfect, it's rare. Americans do not use the future perfect that often because we just don't. Okay, so you need to know it for the exam, and you need to know how to use it because there might be a situation where you hear it or you need to use it correctly. Well, then you know. But the truth is, number 6, future perfect, is you're not going to hear that tense that often in spoken English just because it's a very strange situation where you would need to describe an event happening in the future before something else in the future. It's just kind of an unusual situation. But it can happen. Okay? But that's a good point. All right, hey, listen. Turn to page, as long as we're talking about verb tenses, we'll go back and work on the listening. But let's jump to go to page number 8. Page number 8. And I want to look specifically at simple past and past progressive. So we're looking at, let me erase this. Hey Junbin, if you don't mind, do short clips. Nobody wants to watch me for 30 minutes. So it really, just